welcome to what will hopefully be the first of a weekly thing. I had realized that I don't really do that many hair videos on this channel. It's mostly makeup. Makeup is my first love. It's what I kind of set out to do when I first went to school and did all that shenanigans. But I do hair for a living, so I figured we would try to make it a weekly thing, that once a week I would do a video that's all about like hair and knowledge and blah, blah. So there's a lot of twisted information in my crazy little mind that I figured I would share with you. So today's video is all about home hair care for color treated hair. Now my hair is a really good example. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've seen me go from regular brown to blonde highlights to red with blonde highlights to faded brown with blonde highlights. So like blonde, pink, I've had a ton of like stuff in my hair. So I figured I would talk about it a little bit. Now that it's getting a little bit colder outside, the fall is the most popular time, other than the spring and summer when the highlights start to get more popular. But the fall is when ladies start to go with like a darker color. My color is a good example, like the chestnut, like warmer browns, the chocolates, the reds, the chocolate cherries, if you will, the burgundies, all of that. If you're gonna go red, my heart goes out to you, because red is a total bitch to take care of. I've been there, I've had it crazy red before. It's just impossible to take care of. But regardless of that, I don't have the product here that is good to talk about red hair, but that'll be for another video. Yeah, good, yeah, just remind me. So, first couple things. First thing I'm going to talk about is hair color itself. Yes, there are two ways of doing it. You can either buy it go to a salon, have it done. You can go to Sally's, get the tube color and the developer and do it yourself that way. Or you can take the easy way out and the bad way out and go get box color. Now box color, I have seen box color come out really good on some people. The problem is, box color not only has really harsh detergents in them and also a lot of chemicals like ammonia and whatnot, but there's also a lot of preservatives in box color because it's sitting on that shelf for Lord knows how long. That's a good thing to remember, is that a lot of hair products, no matter what they are, have some form of preservative in them, because otherwise the proteins would go bad and they'd have an expiration date. So keep that in mind when if you're buying box color. The other thing about box color is it does not react well to professional products. So if you were to put a box color, like say this is a professional color, like this is a Paul Mitchell color. I did it myself, but this is, well, I did the first coat myself and then there was a glaze put on it by a girl I work with. But say that I got this out of a box, which I didn't, but say that I got this out of a box and decided, hey, you know what, I think it's just a little too one-dimensional, I'm gonna get some blonde highlights. The problem with box color and professional bleach is that professional bleach does not react well with the chemicals inside box color. We've seen it happen where I work. It has nothing to do with how we are as hairdressers. It's the product itself, and we use Paul Mitchell bleach, and if for whatever reason professional bleach does not react well with box color, it kind of turns like a little like an orangey kind of color when it's lifting, instead of like the gradual blonde that it should. It kind of turns like a Tahitian sunset kind of color. It's not good. For whatever reason, product family works best with product family. For example, Paul Mitchell color, you use Paul Mitchell developer. Paul Mitchell bleach, you use Paul Mitchell developer. It just works best that way. They're formulated to go together. Same with Redken or Chi or anything like that. You use that particular color, you use that particular developer. They are formulated together. It's a family system, so therefore you use the same products within the same family. It works that way. We don't know why, it just does. If you want a full scientific, like, I can even pull out some stuff and give you an idea as to what I use, what I'm familiar with, you know, what professionals use and whatnot. If you want, I can give you a whole background. Let me know in the comments, and if you want, I'll do a whole scientific video. I just kind of had to put that background out there before doing that. So on to home hair care. Now, obviously, whenever you get professional color done, whether you go to a really high-end salon and pay like buku bucks, like $70 to like $100, or whether you go to a place where I work, like Supercuts, and pay like $50 to $55, it's still a professional service. It does not matter. We are all trained to do color the same way. Obviously, in higher-end places where, you know, they have different techniques and whatnot, they may do it a little bit differently and they may use different products, but roughly it's all the same. So essentially, if you go to a high-end place, you're basically paying for the same service as if you were to go to a $50 place. Just throwing that out there. So as far as home hair care goes, whenever we do color at where I work, we're always told to rinse the color with, and we inform the clients, you're supposed to rinse color with cooler water. Now, I'm not saying that when I rinse out your color, I'm gonna blast you with cold water in your head. I'm not. I prefer myself to use cool water with like a lukewarm, just kind of like feeling to it. Like baby's bath water, if that makes any sense. Obviously, it's not hot, but it's not cold. It's like seriously riding the borderline. That's what I recommend. I think the problem with people is when they were like, oh, well, they said that I need to, you know, rinse it with cold water, but I can't take a freezing cold shower. I understand that. I'm right there with you. I love my hot showers just as much as the next person. I really do. But the thing you have to keep in mind is cooler water, for whatever reason, helps keep hair a lot more vibrant than that hot water does. So, that being said, if you really honestly prefer your hot 20-minute long showers, we always recommend Color shampoo and conditioner. This is just a Redken duo, again, family and family. I really like this one. This is the one that I'm using right now. And then I also switch between this one and a Paul Mitchell shampoo, and I'll explain why I use two. Your hair, just like your body, can get immune to things. For example, I cannot take ibuprofen. It does not work on me. I took it a lot as a child for like 11, 12, if you can catch my drift as to why I needed to take it that much, like that age, think about it. So because I took it that much as a child, my body now does not react to it. So I need to either take Tylenol or aspirin or something like that because my body's immune to Advil. Same thing with your hair. If you use the same shampoo, the same hair products over and over and over again, especially if you're an everyday hair washer, your hair is going to get immune to it and it's going to stop doing exactly what it needs to. That being said, I switch between the Redken shampoo and conditioner and the Paul Mitchell Color Care shampoo and conditioner. Both roughly do the same thing. They're both meant for color treated hair. The only difference is the Redken one has cranberry oil in it, which helps to keep the hair vibrant, keep the hair moisturized, and put a little bit of oil back into the hair. And then also while blocking out the UVA, UVB rays from the sun. Believe it or not, sunlight has a big factor as well with hair color as well. The Paul Mitchell one blocks out UVA, UVB rays. It acts as like a sun protectant as well, but it also moisturizes the hair. I really like this one. I recommend this one a lot just because Paul Mitchell is very, very affordable. Redken is too, but Redken's definitely on the pricier side. For example, the shampoo from Paul Mitchell is only $9. And then the color shampoo from Redken is $14.29. So there's like a $4 to $5 difference there. Both work really well, but I can't really say I prefer one over the other because they both do roughly the same thing. Redken's just a higher end brand. Another salon that I worked at was like an all Redken salon. So, I mean, there's all Paul Mitchell salons too, but Paul Mitchell I think is the more like household name. Because it is so affordable to people. The other thing is styling products. Now, I don't have my Super Skinny with me now to show you. It's like in one of those totes back there. But the one that I've been using the most out of, well, I've been using these two. Before, like when I get out of the shower, before I even put any styling product in my hair, I always give my hair a spritz of the It's a 10, and I've talked this thing to the moon and back. You guys have seen me talk about the Miracle Leave-In for blondes. You've seen me talk about the Miracle Leave-In Light, which I've given the rest of the bottle to my sister because she really needs it, and I figure she might as well use that bottle up for me. And then I'm using this one now. Again, I've talked this thing to the moon and back, but I'll just reiterate, this basically, the 10 comes from the 10 things that this product does instantly, and I will read it to you on the back. Repairs dry and damaged hair, adds shine, detangles, controls frizz, seals and protects hair color, prevents split ends, stops hair breakage, creates silkiness, enhances natural body, and it's also a flat iron spray and a thermal protector. 10 products in one. It's amazing. Yes, it is pricey. This one's like 17, 18 bucks. But I've maybe been using this every single day for like a month and a half, 2 months, and that's all I've used just by myself, once a day. Not bad. And then they sell it in like a large size as well. But the blonde one, the light one, it's all roughly the same. They're amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing products. If I had to recommend any type of hair like color protectant, detangler, leave-in conditioner, I'd recommend the It's a 10. It is amazing. It is your leave-in conditioner, it's your detangler, it's your flat iron spray. It's amazing. That's all I can really say. Like I said, I've talked this thing to death, and I'll probably talk about it 10 times more. It's awesome. The other things that I usually use, I use either the Redken Power Tame, which is a straightening balm, or I also use the Sebastian Potion 9, which is a straightening balm as well. If I had to choose between the two, I like this one. This one's a little bit heavier. This one makes my hair a little bit greasier, so I mean, I like it, but I prefer this. Plus my friend Charlie got me hooked on this one, so yeah. And then the Super Skinny Serum, which I've talked about before as well. It's basically a serum from Paul Mitchell. It smells like green apple and watermelon, and it's just kind of like a light serum, and you use a couple pumps of it and you work that through damp hair, and it helps the hair dry almost 50% faster. It controls the frizz, it adds shine, and then it also blocks out natural humidity from like outside, and then also humidity from a blow dryer and a flat iron. So those products are really good. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that hair color is affected by how much you blow dry and flat iron it, believe it or not. I personally have a hairstyle that I really do need to flat iron a lot, so I myself color my hair a little bit more. I also do it for a living, so it's kind of not an option not to. Like, for example, if I were to say, you know what, I'm just gonna let it grow out, you know, we'll be good. I wouldn't have that option. I do it for a living. Part of my job is to have people look at my hair. It's just, you know, it happens. Since I've had this particular hairstyle, I think there's been at least 10 women that have come in and been like, well, I mean, I want a stacked bob, kind of like hers, but like, you know, like if they see me and it's another girl doing the style, they need a reference. And that's why I'm like, you know what, yeah, I'll be that person in where we work that has one, because it's very, very popular. It's a very popular hairstyle, and the most popular way to style it is with a flat iron. So keep that in mind. If you do flat iron your hair a lot, the color will fade a little bit. The other thing with washing it goes back to washing it in the shower. With colored hair, you usually have to kind of like wash it every other day. I personally am an everyday washer. There are some days where I'm just like, you know what, I'm not really doing anything today. I'm not gonna even style it. I just feel like letting it go, you know, like it's a no makeup day kind of day. I'll let it go. It's really okay. There's really some days actually where my hair does not get that greasy. So I can go a day without washing it and be like, wow, you'd never know. I don't know. The main problem with people, and I understand that salon products are on a little bit of the pricier side, but that's because they work. The thing you have to understand, yes, retail is a part of our job, and some places like where I work, we do get 10% of it. But I personally do not sell retail to somebody unless I personally believe that they can benefit from that product. So think about that next time that you're like, oh gosh, you know, this person's just trying to sell me something. No, I don't really need that. Thanks, you know, whatever. Chances are, if they're recommending it to you, they probably know that you need it. For example, a leave-in conditioner. If your hair is very dry, even after they condition your hair, if they can feel that it's slightly dry or very, very tangled, if they recommend something like this to you, listen to what they have to say. Same thing goes with color. If you get color done, if you pay the money to have color professionally done, why would you not take their advice to get it, to keep it as, you know, long and as vibrant as you possibly can, for as long as you possibly can? Otherwise, you're basically throwing your $50, $60 if you come to where I work. Otherwise, you're basically throwing your money down the trash. It's just, why? The other thing that people don't realize is, yes, Tresemme, Garnier, a lot of brands like that, they do make products that say they are for color treated hair, but like I've said before, regardless of whether they're for color treated hair or not, they have very harsh detergents in them, so they can actually strip hair color right out instead of doing what they're supposed to, which is protect it. So basically, again, throwing your money in the trash. But if this is a true story, it's too dumb to make up. When I worked at a different salon, I was a receptionist. I answered a phone call, and I even had to ask the salon manager at the time for advice as to what to tell the woman, because I was still in school. I had enough knowledge to kind of like ask the basic questions. For example, do you have well water? Were you in chlorine? Were you in salt water? How often were you washing your hair? Like, you know, what type of shampoo did you use? Basically, her complaint was that she had had it done a month ago, which I'll get to that in a second. She had had her hair colored a month ago, and it was like a burgundy, which again is a very difficult color to take care of. Had it done a month ago, didn't understand why it faded so quickly. Well, roughly, professional color should be touched up every 4 to 6, sometimes 8 weeks, depending on the person. You know, factor number 1. Factor number 2. Burgundy is a very difficult color to take care of. It is in the red family, it is in the red-violet family. It's gonna fade quickly. Factor number 3. When a question came around, well, what type of shampoo and conditioner did you use? Oh, well, it's for color-treated hair. Well, what's the brand? Suave. Suave. Yep. No. No. Suave is probably one of the, Suave and Pantene are like right on the bottom of the totem pole of the worst hair products you could probably use on your hair. Don't ask me why. They're very heavy, they cause buildup, it just happens. It's just, yeah. If I had to pick any of them as far as like drugstore ones, John Frieda and Tresemme would probably have to be like towards the top. But I use good ones, so yeah. So that's enough rambling for me today. I'll do more videos on this anyway, but this video is going to be really long, so I don't really want to bore you too much. But like I said, I will try to do weekly videos like this on hair care, on hair advice, anything. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you have any questions, please by all means leave them below in the comments. Message me. I don't even know. Email me if you have to. I absolutely would love to answer some of your questions. Again, please subscribe. I love you all. Thank you all who have been subscribers of mine for however long you've been a subscriber of mine. My hope is to get more. Again, if you have any questions, if you'd like any advice, please leave the comments below. I have all important links below as always, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I get it, my phone is dying. If I were to say, you know what, I'm gonna let it go, I'm gonna grow it out, you know, like have that Khloe Kardashian ugly, hers is not ombre, I'm sorry, hers is not ombre, she has roots out the ass, and she has the money to get it done, and she doesn't. That is not ombre, that is a hot mess. Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. So,